What is up, guys? In today's video we have another inside the mine style video. I'm going to walk you through my thoughts and decisions as I play in Fortnite Zero Build. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful, informative, interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like to see more, and comment down below what you think your biggest weakness is in Fortnite Chapter 6. I'm interested to see what the comments are on that, and you know, if there's a lot of the same comment or a lot of similar comments, that's definitely something that I would consider making a video about. Be going Mass Meadows this game. I know I have already landed here for one of these videos in Chapter 6, but it got some changes with Winterfest, or a change with Winterfest that I think makes it really good, and that is going to be that the Shack NPC over at that courtyard sells shockwaves. And there was already a guaranteed void mask spawn in the bottom part. So now this POI has a guaranteed void mask and a guaranteed shockwaves because of the NPC. And that, combined with the fact that it was already a POI I really enjoyed landing at, makes it like far and away my favorite POI in Chapter 6. Like, it's very good. Being able to guarantee a mask and guarantee shockwaves is just makes the game much easier to play. Especially in a season with so much mobility, not having it just makes it much harder to fight than it needs to be. Actually, shouldn't even probably be using these minis. There's so many barrels at the bottom that I can get quickly. Some people are probably mad I just did that, but I like the pump a lot more than the Oni shotgun. Off spawn it wouldn't matter as much, but the damage potential on the Oni shotgun, like, it's a much more consistent shotgun, but the damage is like consistently mid. Like, if you hit a good shot with the pump, you're gonna hit harder than the Oni. The Oni has like a pretty moderate damage cap. And it's a very consistent shotgun. Like, it's easy to hit that damage cap with the weapon, but for how fights play, I would just so much rather have the pump. Not even necessarily about the ammo. Like, my main least favorite aspect of the weapon is that damage cap. I like getting to that mask on there as fast as possible, not only to have the mask and, you know, not anyone leaves with it, but also because, like, fighting in that room is so weird if somebody's already down there and you have to, like, go push into them. Alrighty then. No sprint is so unfortunate. Shockwaves would have been a much better mobility item to have for that situation. Shockwave out of there. Wondering if these two will fight, but I do not know. And that one was an AI, that's why they weren't fighting. He healed back the damage I did to him too. He's behind this, I think. When he splashed, those AC units are so fragile. I hear a legendary chest. He ziplined. Let's see where he went. Oh no, he's under me still. He didn't go anywhere. He tried to bait me with the zip, I guess? I was gonna say, he ziplined, but it doesn't make sense for him to zipline because he could just drop down normally without hitting the zip. And it sounded like the zip went up to me. But maybe he fell down there and then zipped back up. And then faked the portal away. And then just hid there. GG's, man. Not happy with my shield. Could use these splashes, but I'm going to be somewhat greedy and wait. This could come back to bite me. But there's barrels at this tennis court area, and then there's also coolers. And so I'll hold on to these splashes. Maybe I end up finding more splashes there and like one shield fish. If that's the case, I'd eat the shield fish. Or if I find several shield fish, I'll just, you know, use the splashes and take those. If I had to pick one, I would rather have shield fish and splashes. The area might have already been looted as well. Yeah. Also, Shack could potentially give me a big pot, and if I had to choose between one big pot or 4 splashes, I'd rather have splashes. So that's like mostly why I wanted to wait. Where even is he? I just saw him. Okay, here he is. I thought he went that way behind it. Bro, Shaq, chill. What are you doing? Medkit again. That's unfortunate. I like medkit when I already have one. There's a cooler over here as well that can spawn. It didn't spawn, I don't think. It's like by that umbrella. Yeah, I love the Shaq NPC there selling shockwaves. It's 100 gold for 2, so a full stack like that is 300 gold, which maybe is a decent amount. I've had people ask me how I get gold this season. To be honest, I don't really think or care about it at all, and I spend a decent amount game to game with like Shaq there selling shockwaves and the Snoop Dogg NPC selling purple pumps. But I'm usually like consistently max or like pretty close to max, even spending it without caring. So I'm not really sure. They just loot a lot and get it that way. It's just like so much less to spend gold on this season than before. Like shockwaves are cheaper. There's not attachments to buy. I feel like the time where I spent the most gold was when Chapter 5 Season 1. Well, augments as well in Chapter 4. But Chapter 5 Season 1 when shockwaves were more expensive and big pots at the vending machines were more expensive. Now I guess I am going to go to Snoop Dogg and buy a purple pump. Typically after leaving Mass Meadows, I like to try to go fight the medallion player, but no one's got it yet. I like to have that medallion and I like to have the mythic void mask, but I'm not going to go into Storm and like get it that way. Like I don't care that much. But a lot of times, like by the time I'm done looting that POI and gotten to like this middle map area, that person is, the medallion's like kind of somewhere in this area. And so the timing just works out well for it. Also, these shoguns, there's a shogun near me on the map here. These drop a random mythic weapon. I don't like going for those at all. Like, the only time I think I'll ever go for them is if somebody else is fighting it and it's weak, and then I just, like, third-party them. I think that, like, they take a while to kill. They have decent damage potential. Like, I don't think I'm going to die to them, but, like, they have decent damage potential if they do happen to hit you. And you're just very exposed to third parties. The one on island, at least, like it has a lot of that same aspects, but you're somewhat isolated because you're on the island, and anybody that comes up to you has to like fly up to you. So it is a little more manageable, and you get the medallion. But just like a random mythic, I don't really want to fight that for. And every time I see anyone going for it, I'm like very surprised. And they usually turn out to be a free kill. More shots over here. Those two things I just killed were AI. Seems like this is as well. Like way too long shots without going like anything happening. Oh, here's somebody. He's gonna swap seats. You can pickaxe him. GG's. Gold pump off him. That's perfect. I see a lot of people going for that play this season where they just try to like fry you from the passenger seat of the car. And it can work, but I feel like where it's really bad is moments like that where he's just stopped there. Like he's basically standing out in the open, not moving because of the way he's in the car. Like the car is out in the open, not moving. And he's just like trying to AR me from the passenger seat. I feel like where that kind of play does well is like, let's say there's somebody over there and like my car has momentum and it's already moving. And then I also kind of have mobile cover because of how I am in the car, you know? But if you're going to be stopped doing that, I don't think it's very good. And I feel like it's mostly like an element of surprise type thing. We could have already killed this guy. I just had the wrong weapon equipped when I got out. He does the same thing. See that? Like, it worked because it was more surprising to me because of the angle we had on the car. Whereas, like, the previous player I was fighting, the angle I had was just so obvious that he was going for it. Like, his car wasn't facing me. This is not good. I thought I was getting shot by that guy at the gas station again. I think I have 2 more splashes. Is he chasing? I would like to use my splashes and take this water sprite since it's here. Oh, it's 1 more splash. Those people might fight though, so I somewhat want to stick around in this area. They're not fighting now. I'm sad. The sprites like low-key annoy me so much. I wanted to use this one here and then pick that other one up right away. That's a statue. But yeah, I feel like I have a much lower opinion of the sprites than like almost everybody else in the Fortnite community. Like the fact that they run away and like, I don't know, I just don't like dealing with that at all. I want to get this guy's car weak. Because he'll fight me from the car again, I think. Like I said, a lot of people are like addicted to going to that play. So if we get his car weak when he's going for that and it stops and then we blow it up, he takes 75 and he's just out in the open. Like that's going to be very favorable for me. See what he does. I think he'll try to get in the car again. He goes for the katana. He's gonna get in. No, he goes to the building. I don't understand this person at all. I wanted to like push him there and kill him because he was using, like, I didn't like that player using the blade and everything. And so once I tagged him, I don't even know how much I tagged him for, like 90 damage. Not the most to take advantage of, but I like felt very inclined to force it just because like him going for the blade. But every time he went back to that car, I thought he was just going to get in it. And if he ever got in that car, it would have been game over because I had made that car so weak already. Like if I tagged him for 90 or however much I hit him for, and then he got in the car and takes an additional like 100 or 75, however much they take from it blowing up. I always see 75, but yeah. It's just like such a good start to the fight for me. And the storm is not really hitting for that much damage there. That's fine, me, but I'm just assuming that's an AI. I wanted to see what this boss's HP was at. 120, not bad. I want to throw the mask. It was like not throwing even though I was holding my right trigger. Love Fortnite. Whenever I fight this boss on island, I always want to be around this thing because the bottom of it can't break. And then you also are like pretty limited in terms of like other players on islands having lines of sight on you. The fact that that guy was standing out in the open and then I could just like hit him for a lot made the fight a lot easier. I don't know what's going on. Get flung while I'm trying to talk. Like if he was standing where I'm standing now, I would have such small windows of time to shoot at him and I probably wouldn't have just got like 120 damage to open that fight, you know? I want the boss to get close. Okay, nice. Whenever I get him really weak, I want him to be close to me. That way I can quickly grab the medallion after eliminating him. And you also want to make sure that it's not going to fall off the edge because when it falls off the edge and you got to fly down there and like wait for it to land. So annoying. I want to throw this present as well because they typically drop max shockwaves. And I only had 3, so getting 3 more from that is nice. I didn't get this radio tower earlier, even though it spawned near where I was, because I was kind of already on my way to, like, the top area. And then I was like, at that point, by the time I saw that it spawned right here, I was like, I might as well just go get Snoop Dogg. And I was also kind of going in that area, hoping somebody would get the medallion, and then I could meet them and fight them. 7 opponents remain. They're just drones. I don't like how long it's taken me to kill that drone, though. Like, you always need to be worried about third parties. That one just taking time. Not ideal. 2 more AI fighting here. A lot of times this will happen. The in-game is just so boring. But I've said for like years now that the easiest way to like win games is just to kill the important players earlier on during the match. Like, I don't have like I think it was Deku, the player I fought. Or maybe it wasn't Deku, I don't know. But the player I fought that sworded me, like, I don't have to deal with him trying to sword me in game because I already eliminated him. I feel like the player I fought off spawn was pretty decent as well. That guy just doesn't get to play the game. Beam him, jump on him as he's coming into zone. 2 more people. There's an Earth sprite over there, but I'm not really that concerned about it. Both my guns are already gold, mythic. Right now, we have 2 players remaining. As always, like, if in this type of situation, the first 2 players to fight are at a pretty big disadvantage, getting third-partied by the other one. The one just died to Storm as an AI. And the other one may very well be an AI as well. That's what I was about to say. They could just be AI, but it's better, I think, to just, like, play normal and assume they're real. And then if they turn out to be AI, then, you know, awesome. You get the free kills and it's not going to hurt you. But if you assume it's AI and play dumb and then it turns out to be real player hiding somewhere, gets timing on you, maybe you eliminate them, but the other one, third parties, is just unnecessary. So, like, in these end games, I feel like it's always just better to assume they are real, even though I'm like decently sure this person is not real. Like, that's what I would bet on. But all it takes is one, you know, moment of not paying the most attention to things or taking things the most serious, and then somebody's jumped on you, sorting you, and you might just lose. Or they fry you with the hollow twister AR. Like, it's easy to lose games this season in like small amounts of time that way. I was thinking he was somewhat over here just because I'd been fighting on the other side and not encountered them. But I see nothing. Imagine they were in this bush the whole time. I was gonna throw a shockwave at it. Over there. Hit him like 90 damage. And JD says an AI. But that is going to be it for this game and this video. As always, if you guys did find this to be helpful, informative, interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like to see more, comment down below what you feel like your biggest weakness has been so far in chapter 6, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.